Yo, what's good, everybody? We got another Beers with Barton. It is Sunday Fun Day, as some would call it. August 21st, 2022. It's crazy. It's almost September. It's almost fall. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week. School starts for Michaela here, not this Monday, but the following, the 29th. So summer's over basically for us. But this Beers with Barton is a little different. This is going to be a California vacation review. The family, we just got back yesterday morning. We landed, we did a red eye at about 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Charlotte. But trip was good. We flew out last Friday, the 12th, about 6:30, I think. We left here on Eastern Standard Time. So you gain 3 hours going back. It's about a 5.5 hour flight. So we landed about 9 o'clock. We grabbed a hotel in San Francisco for the night because we did not want to drive to my mom's house, which she's about 25 miles from San Francisco. She's in the East Bay, so over the bridge, basically. And so we grabbed a hotel, crashed there, and then grabbed our rental car. Hey, Bubba's. On Saturday, the 13th. At 10 a.m. from Enterprise. So we crashed, stayed at a Hyatt. It was great. We landed, and then we took a shuttle over to the hotel, which online it says the shuttle's right next door. It's about 7 miles down the road, which is about next door for San Francisco. And got there, got checked in pretty easy, about 10:30ish or so. Threw our stuff in the room, and they had a nice restaurant that was open until midnight. So we grabbed some food, a couple drinks, and crashed and got up. Went and grabbed our car, drove in, saw my mom on Saturday, and my brothers hung out, did a couple things, Point Richmond, great views of the city. And then we grabbed an Airbnb for 2 nights. That was cool. Cute little... It's like a little in-law unit basically behind a main house. It was like 2 bedrooms, a little dining room and kitchen. So we just kind of hung out Saturday, and then Sunday we actually went to a Giants game. Let's go Giants. Michaela, her last Giants game was her first Giants game ever was 2015. She was 4, does not really remember it. So this was great. We went in. It was myself, Michaela, and Jessica, and then my 2 brothers, Shannon and Justin, Shannon's girlfriend, Kristen, my niece, and then my buddy met me there. So we went and watched it. They played the Pirates. They were up, then they were down. They won on a walk-off home run as we were walking to the ferry, which took the ferry over. So that was great. And then Monday morning, we got up at the Airbnb, and we went and drove to South Lake Tahoe, which is about 3 hours from my mom. We rented a house for a couple nights. Again, there was 8 of us: Jessica, myself, Michaela, my mom, my 2 bros, brothers, girlfriend Kristen, and my niece Alejandra. Huge house, like 7 bedrooms. It's fantastic. South Lake Tahoe is amazing. So we spent some time out there, did some sightseeing. Jessica and Michaela went kayaking. My brothers and I hit the casinos in Nevada one day, just kind of walked through, did a little bit of betting, nothing crazy. A lot of shopping, a lot of eating, played some games, and just had a good time. We were there Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then Thursday. We woke up, had to be out of the house around 11. We drove up to Truckee, which is about an hour north of where we were at. Shannon, my older brother's buddy, owns a restaurant up there. Spent the afternoon there and got some good food, and then they headed back down and took my niece back to the airport. She flew out of San Francisco Thursday night, did a red eye. We drove down to Sacramento Thursday, got in the hotel. I met some really good buddies who, funny story, well, Jessica met a really good friend of hers she went to college with, a good friend of mine too. She came to dinner, but 2 buddies who I've been in a fantasy football league with for 4 years, randomly met some guys on a mock draft 4 years ago. They talked about, hey, let's get a league on. So there's like 4 of us in there. We got a league. I invited a guy. One of the guys invited the 2 guys that I met. Anyways, long story short, they live in Sacramento. They met in Old Town Sac. We hung out, had drinks, had dinner. It was amazing. I feel like I know these guys. We got an Instagram chat. My boy Connor and Alex. And we just had a good time on Thursday, and it was fantastic. And shout out to Lord Travis. Travis sent me some money to get some shots with the guys. So we just had a good time and kind of hung out, and it was a good time. And then on Friday, we woke up, checked out of the hotel by 11, and we just kind of drove around all of Sacramento, checked out our old our old apartment, checked out our old condo that we had out there, drove around our old neighborhood, ate In-N-Out again, which was great, and then checked out Sac State, where Jess graduated from in 2015, I believe. Yeah, see, we moved up there in 2014, graduated from 2015, we married. Yeah, sounds about right, because we moved in 2017. Anyways, we just kind of spent the day, and then our flight was supposed to leave at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so 1 a.m. here on the East Coast. Got pushed about an hour because the plane coming from Charlotte was delayed. But we just hung out. We got at the airport about 7, so we had about 3 hours and 4 hours. So had some drinks, hung out. It was good. Did an overnight. Didn't sleep much, but it is what it is. We landed about 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here Saturday. We went and grabbed some food and picked up Potter. He was very happy. And yesterday was full of, we napped a little bit, did some laundry, cleaned the house, all that good stuff. And then I probably should have gone to bed about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. I think Michaela and Jess both napped way longer than I did. And I think they went to bed about 10. And then I stupidly stayed up till about 1:30 in the morning. Doing fantasy stuff because I had a second win, whatever. And this morning I slept until about 11 a.m. Jess and Michaela got up about 9, and then they went shopping, and we did some laundry and just the normal stuff. So we're back at it. It's about 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. Tomorrow back to work. It's gonna be brutal. Michaela has a week until she starts middle school, which is crazy. So Jess back to the office tomorrow. I probably should go to the office, but I won't. And it is what it is. So we're here. It's Sunday, and it was a great trip. Tahoe was beautiful. We drove by. They had fires. I don't know if it was 2019 or 2020, but it was crazy. You're driving through the mountains. You see all these beautiful views, and then you see acres and acres and acres of just burned trees. Kind of crazy to see. You see it on the news, you're like, wow, it's crazy. I used to live out there. But to see it in person was kind of a little bit of nuts. So, but we enjoyed it. It was gorgeous. We're glad to be home. I'll always love California because it's home. I grew up there. I lived 30 years of my life out there. But North Carolina is absolutely amazing. Maybe not 30 years, probably 20-ish years, 22. But anyways, we're home. It's great. Back to work tomorrow. Jess back to work. Michaela getting back into the groove, and we'll just see what happens. So it was great. Enjoyed it. Love seeing my mom. Love spending time with my brothers. It's cool that my niece could come, who lives out here in North Carolina. But I'm so happy to be home. The only good thing out of North Carolina is San Francisco is the Giants and the 49ers, pretty much is what I will say. Gorgeous views. Man, it's expensive out there. And it is, it's just California's California. So anyways, all right, so cheers. We're gonna drink a beer. It is August 21st, so that means, it's close enough for Oktoberfest, which is actually at the end of September for real in Germany. And so Jessica went grocery shopping today because we needed it, and she grabbed a Sam Adams, what's it called? Hey Bubba's, a trial pack or whatever. So it's got like a Feist beer, which is delicious, Boston Lager, they're local. It's got a Sam Adams and a Jack-O-Lantern, which is their pumpkin beer, which I've had one tonight. It was fantastic. But the Oktoberfest, it's 5 out of 5. It's smooth. It's solid. It's full flavored. I'm ready for the fall, ready for the 49ers, ready for football, ready for cooler weather, which was crazy. The week we were in California was one of the hottest weeks ever. It hit 116 in Sacramento, which we lived in Sacramento for 4 years, and it definitely hit over 100 a ton of times. There's no humidity, but 100's 100. So we we were hot. And of course, the week we were gone here in Charlotte, it was one of the coolest weeks. They call it fake fall out here. Some of our friends say fake fall. And it was in the 70s, so we kind of missed it. But it is what it is. Came back today. It's been nice. I mean, it hasn't been horrible. We'll get hot again. We'll get some rain, and then we'll get back to it. So cheers to that. California remix. California. Man, I love that state. It's one of my favorites because all my teams are from that group there. But, man, it's changed a lot. A lot of the area around where my mom especially still is, where I grew up, it looks exactly the same. It's just older. They haven't made any improvements. And then there's other areas that look way worse that have changed. And then Sacramento, which was an area that it was like farmland. I mean, the Kings played out and they had cowbells at the arena, which was the joke. But they're building houses and apartments and shopping malls. So everything's changed, but In-N-Out Burger was still delicious. Made me happy. So we're going to drink a Sam Adams Oktoberfest. It's a 5.0, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, 5.3. Smooth, solid, it's full flavored. I'm ready for the fall. California. Had fun. Not sure when I'll go back. So, cheers. Ready for, super happy to be home. I wouldn't say ready for work tomorrow, but I have to be. So, cheers. Oktoberfest, Sam Adams. California, love you, miss you, and until next time. And it's delicious, smooth. Malt brings so much to a great beer. Yes, it does. That's why we developed a unique malt beverage to provide a robust color. Smooth, rich flavor, smooth, solid, full flavor. We look forward to tradition every year. All right, that's it. California was good. Glad to be home. I love North Carolina. I'll never leave it unless circumstances make me. So that's it. Cheers. Until next time, deuces.
Deuces!
Apparently, I've got some visitors that just came back from their walk. Michaela, how was California?
It was good. It was a lot though, because it's family.
Glad to be home?
Yeah.
Until next time. Deuces.